I transmigrated, only to find out I've become a bird about to be cooked in a pot. And to make things worse, I got bound to a cute pet system. The system is forcing me, a tiny little sparrow, to join the sect selection and take first place. I was just about to say, absolutely not, but then it said, completed, and I promise you'll turn back into a human. I swallowed my words so fast I choked. I changed my tune at lightning speed. Oh, this little bird has no other hobbies except cultivating immortality. Oh, that hurts so bad. I tried to complain out loud, but all that came out of my mouth was a frantic chirp, chirp, chirp. What the heck? Where are my hands? I actually turned into a tiny sparrow. Who's talking? I was so startled that I hopped around in circles 3 times. Feathers were flying everywhere. Sister Sparrow, and you call a sparrow a cute pet? What am I supposed to do looking like this? A fire spirit root? You want a sparrow to practice fire magic? Do you want to turn me into sparrow soup? Or are you just craving roasted bird? Suddenly, I felt a warm current surging through my wings. I gave them a couple of experimental flaps. I feel surprisingly light. All right then, look out, world of cultivation. The great sparrow hero has arrived. I fluttered my wings and soared toward that grand ancient city. Bioan City was bustling with crowds. The once-in-5-year star gathering ceremony was in full swing. I folded my wings and quietly landed at the very back of the long line for testing spirit roots. Hey, look over there. What is that? A sparrow. Is it actually standing in line? Puff. Don't tell me even ingredients have to pass an exam to get served on a plate these days. I rolled my eyes so hard in my mind. I flew straight at that kid and started pecking him furiously. Oh, this stupid bird actually dares to peck me. Go get him. I've got your back. What's all the racket? It's just a bird. Are you here to test your spirit root? Yeah. I puffed out my chest and held my head high, planting my 2 little claws firmly on the table, and gave a firm nod. The registration disciple looked at me like I was an absolute idiot, but he still slid the spirit testing stone right in front of me. Everyone in the crowd craned their necks, waiting to watch the comedy show. The moment my claws touched the stone, it suddenly let out a sharp, cringing crackle. And then I held my breath, clamping both of my claws tightly onto the transparent testing stone. 1 second. 2 seconds. The testing stone showed absolutely no reaction. The wealthy kid from earlier laughed so hard, he practically teared up. I told you so. Hey you, the registrar. Hurry up and get this thing out of here. Don't delay my test. I whipped my head around and glared at him. Hold your horses. Suddenly, a deep, muffled rumble echoed from inside the stone, as if a volcano deep underground was roaring to life. Then, a flash of red light, so intense it was almost black, exploded from the very center of the stone. The cool breeze across the plaza was instantly swept away, replaced by a scorching wave of intense heat. This light. It is 100% pure. A Freem fire spirit root. The crowd, who had just been laughing, now stood frozen with their mouths wide open. Their jaws literally hit the floor. Quest completed. Reward received. Supreme fire spirit root. Haha, my sweet little birdie. A once-in-a-century little genius. Come here and let this old man give you a big kiss. Haha, little guy. I am Elder Feng. Here, take this. Go have some fun in the city. Buy whatever you want. Meet me at the airship dock in 1 hour. I pried open the silk pouch with my claws. Oh my goodness. It was filled with sparkling glue, high-grade spirit stones. This old guy is practically the god of wealth himself. My attitude did a complete 180-degree flip. I gave the old man a cute, polite little nod, like, go on, off you go. Make sure to come back soon. Wow, this little sparrow is talented and so polite. I flew right over to the busiest bun shop in town. Boss, I'll take that entire steamer of buns. You got it, Sparrow Fairy. Here you go. Careful now. Clutching the hot meat buns, I flew back to the flying vessel and bumped right into Elder Jingfeng and the other disciples. Follow me onto the vessel. No delays. We are setting sail. I made a smooth landing. Before my eyes stood a majestic flight of steps carved from pure white jade. Elder Jingfeng said this is called the heart evaluating steps. No one has been able to break the record for 300 years. But the system gave me a strict command. I must take first place. Looking at those long-legged cultivators who were already sprinting ahead, I stared down at my own 2 claws, short and skinny as toothpicks, and fell into deep thought. This second trial is called the Heart Evaluating Steps. There are 999 steps in total, and your cultivation level doesn't matter. It only tests your comprehension and your resolve. The current record is just over 3 minutes, and it has held strong for 300 years. Sparrow, don't sell yourself short. If you roll down the stairs, you'll definitely beat his record.
Get lost. Is that how you comfort someone?
Go on, little one. This old man will be waiting for you at the top. The old man gave a gentle wave of his hand, and a soft, warm force swept me right onto the very first step.
For that reward, I'll give it everything I've got.
I gritted my teeth, took a running start, and leaped.
Haha, look at that bird. What is he doing?
Is he performing some kind of ritual dance?
Old fun. That sparrow you brought back is hilarious. Is he here just for comic relief?
Not far away, another old man joined in on the teasing. Just you wait. It's time to show you what a fierce sparrow can do.
I locked into the rhythm,
Took in my legs, and leaped, and up we go. I realized this heart-evaluating steps is all about testing your resolve. As long as I keep telling myself, I want to eat buns, the pressure seems to ease up. So, I started bouncing like crazy up the white jade steps. Up and down, swooping and soaring. My talons are totally feeling the beat. Every single landing is incredibly powerful.
Do you guys have any idea how I got up here?
No, you don't. When I flapped my wings and made one last, powerful leap, landing steadily on the 999th step, the valley at the mountain peak rang out with a long, resonant chime.
2.5 minutes.
The record has been shattered. A genius. An absolute once-in-a-generation genius.
Haha, mission accomplished.
Reward. The mystic fire technique has been transferred to your mind. I hadn't even caught my breath yet when another old man, reeking of medicine, came flying in from the horizon.
Old Feng, what does a sword cultivator like you know?
This little bird is a natural-born alchemist.
She belongs to my pilpete.
This bird
Was brought back by me.
the Marnum.
No one is taking her.
Old Feng, we know absolutely nothing. She has a top-grade fire spiritual root.
She's a natural-born alchemist. She belongs to my pilpeak.
I was yanked back and forth by these two old men, feeling like my wings were about to be dislocated. Old Yao, your hands reek of medicine dregs.
Get away from my disciple.
Shut up. Your rusty sword reek is what's truly choking. This little bird is a natural fire spirit. Not using her for alchemy is an absolute waste. Enough talk. In the cultivation world, strength speaks for itself.
Let's fight. Bring it on.
Do you think I'm afraid of you? Without another word, the two of them went straight to war. In an instant, sword energy swept across the plaza as medicine boxes and furnace fires flew everywhere. I crouched on a nearby stone pillar, watching these two old men, who together were hundreds of years old, tear into each other. My mind was filled with a mix of emotions.
Fine, fine, fine. An alchemist like me really can't beat a sword cultivator like you.
Congratulations, Sister Bird, on unlocking the achievement, Day 1 of joining the Sect. 2 Sect elders engaged in a massive brawl over you. Unlocked reward, Natala Spiritual Fire.
I opened my mouth and exhaled.
And a burst of fiery red flames shot out. The heat was absolutely terrifying. Before I could even react, the old geezer grabbed me and flew off.
Hey, old man, go easy. I'm afraid of heights.
My sweet disciple, don't be afraid.
A real man should soar against the wind. Old man, I'm a female. I'm not a real man. Wait, is this where you live?
I flew into the room and immediately saw my portrait carved on the wall.
Though the lines were a bit crude, it actually captured my spiritual charm pretty well.
Elder Jianfeng had given me a purple token, saying it was a symbol of being his personal disciple.
Just as I was feeling smug,
A young man in flowing white robes pushed the door open and walked in. When he saw me, he froze for a second, and then a very strange expression crossed his face.
胃不错.
This is my newly recruited disciple, your junior sister, Little Sparrow.
Take her to the library to pick out a suitable cultivation manual.
Yes, master. Little Sparrow, follow me. I flapped my wings and landed right on my handsome senior brother's shoulder. Little Sparrow, there are thousands of secret manuals in the library. You must quiet your mind to sense them. So,
Do not be greedy. When we arrived at the library,
the rows upon rows of bookshelves made my head spin.
quick, quick, quick! Sister Sparrow, go to the corner on the 3rd floor. There's a top-tier treasure there.
I flew straight up to the 3rd floor and landed in a dusty corner. There lay an old book with a cover that was almost completely falling apart. I leaned in to take a closer look, and 3 big words were written right on the cover. Tortoise Shield Art.
System, are you kidding me?
Sister Sparrow, anything from the system is guaranteed to be a masterpiece. The name of this technique might sound lame, but its defense is absolutely invincible. Fine. As long as my defense is thick enough.
Nobody's turning this little sparrow into a stew. I gritted my teeth.
Who cooked the book with my claws? Luocha walked over, and when he saw the title, he completely froze in shock. Little Sparrow.
Are you sure you want this manual? This is the one. Once I picked my cultivation method, I headed straight back to my cabin. My eldest senior brother gave me a fresh limeberry as a welcoming gift. I had barely taken a single bite before an absolute juice bomb of flavor exploded in my mouth. Before I could even wrap my head around it, outside, the moonlight, clear as water, spilled gently into my little wooden cabin on Sword Peak. I squatted on a wooden stump, staring blankly at the tortoise manual in front of me, and sank into a deep, deep silence. System, get your butt out here right now. Take a good look at my legs. Now look at the illustration of the person in this book. They are sitting cross-legged with their palms and crown facing the heavens. How on earth am I supposed to bend my little bird claws like that? Any harder, and I'm going to snap them.
Hey, calm down, Sister Bird. Don't panic. The system has detected that the host's body structure is rather unique. So, I have customized a special cultivation manual just for you. Suddenly, a flash of light went off in my head, and an illusory book appeared out of nowhere. I flipped to the first page, and my eyes nearly popped out of my head. It showed someone lying on their side. You call this cultivation?
I stared at the drawing of a little bird rolling its eyes, with its legs kicked straight out in the air. I was completely, utterly speechless. I flipped to the second page. Lying flat on my back? Is this seriously a cultivation technique?
Little junior sister, why aren't you asleep yet?
Master! Oh no, this is bad. Junior sister has suffered a cultivation deviation.
She's not gonna make it.
Senior brother, are you blind?
I am in a deep meditative trance.
Ah, so this is junior sister's unique way of cultivating. My apologies. It seems I am simply narrow-minded. Here, have this green apple first.
To replenish your spiritual energy.
So sweet.
Junior sister, in 1 month, all the new disciples must go to the sword tomb to choose their destiny swords. You must train hard during this time.
You absolutely cannot slack off. Sister Bird, new mission. Cultivate to chi refining level 9 within 1 month.
Reward: the ultimate sword-attracting physique. With this constitution, every sword in the world will fall madly in love with you.
For the sake of this constitution, I'll risk it all. I already dealt with senior brother.
I grit my teeth and lay back down once more.
Gradually, I felt those red spots of light in the air rushing into my body like crazy, swirling around me to form a massive vortex. Breakthrough successful. Current realm. Level 4 of chi condensation. Haha.
I really am a genius, Sparrow.
Wait. Why does my body feel so chilly all of a sudden? Where are my feathers? Where did my gorgeous feathers go?
My dear disciple, Master has come to see you.
Master, can you please stop laughing? Elder Genfall is laughing so hard, he's literally crying. Oh, disciple.
Your master has lived for hundreds of years.
And this is the first time I've ever seen someone cultivate themselves into this state. The explosive power of your fire spiritual root is just too wild. You didn't even spare your own feathers. System, can these feathers actually grow back? If they don't, I'm going to smash my head against a brick wall.
Don't worry, Sister Sparrow.
This is body tempering. The new feathers will be much stronger and even more beautiful than before.
Sure enough, after a short while, my whole body started to itch.
Then, in a burst of golden light, Thingnikit, crimson feathers sprouted out like mushrooms after rain. My, these feathers indeed make you look quite stunning. This is the crimson bird feather your master went and borrowed for you. Keep it on you at all times. That way, the next time you cultivate, you won't burn yourself to a crisp. Thank you, master. In the future, even if you get thrown into a cooking pot,
these feathers will help you hold out a little longer.
Until we can come and rescue you. Old man, please just leave. Stop mocking me. Junior sister, I heard from senior brother that your mindset is as steady as a rock. I've cultivated for so long, yet I still feel like a complete piece of trash. Which highly anxious top-tier genius is humble bragging this time?
Senior brother is steady because he's weathered many storms. And as for my talent, well, that's just heaven practically feeding me with a silver spoon.
But you know how to roast chicken.
In the entire sect, whose cooking skills can possibly match yours?
Is roasting chicken really considered a shining talent? Hey, food is life, and cultivation is no exception. Compare yourself to who you were yesterday. As long as you got one more good score today, then you've made progress. Second senior brother's new chapter has unlocked. Congratulations, Sister Sparrow. You've acquired the complete guide to cultivating the nine-tailed foxfire. Second senior brother was so moved that he wanted to give me all the snacks he'd been hoarding for hundreds of years right then and there. I was just planning to make a massive fortune when suddenly, little junior sister, hurry, come with me. Elder Yoing says, not only is your fire spiritual root incredibly pure, but you're also a once-in-generation alchemy prodigy. He's dying to take you to blow up some cauldrons. No, wait, I mean, to refine pills. The old cook, let go of her. My disciple hasn't even practiced her swordplay yet. Shut up, old phone.
This little sparrow has flawless control over fire. She was born to master the cauldron. And just like that, Elder Yain dragged me to Elixir Peak.
The scent of fresh herbs filled the entire mountain.
My dear disciple, watch closely. Refining pills
Isn't about fighting and killing.
it's an art. See these? These are perfect examples of what not to do.
Which of these are the roadside weeds your senior brother picked? By the way, when can we put my human transformation on the agenda? Using my wings to handle herbs every single day is incredibly annoying.
Sister Yu, we have to follow the process. Here is your task. Try to refine a spirit-gathering pill. No problem. While their Jiaoying was busy rummaging through the medicine cabinet, I immediately channeled my innate cloud fire
And with a whoosh, shot it right under the cauldron.
My movements were smooth as silk, so fast that the disciples around me couldn't even follow.
Look, that sparrow is refining pills. Is she crazy? She doesn't even have hands. How is she controlling the fire? Suddenly, the cauldron began to shake, violently, letting out a piercing, screeching buzz. Oh no, it's going to explode. Hurry and run. Hurry up and run. What's the panic? I hopped right onto the top of the cauldron and stomped down hard with my claw. A surge of powerful spiritual energy instantly suppressed the violent, raging energy inside. An incredibly rich herbal aroma instantly filled the entire alchemy hall.
Elder Yaoying rushed over
And opened the lid with trembling hands. Inside lay 20 perfectly round, plump spirit-gathering pills.
The pills are resting quietly inside.
Heavens, 20 whole pills. And they're all top grade. I've spent my entire life refining pills, and at most, I could only get 10 in a single batch. You little rascal actually doubled that amount. Listen, my dear disciple. When you're refining pills out there in the future, before you open the lid, make sure to hide the extra 10 pills first. Only leave 10 out for others to see. Got it? Task completed. The shape-shifting pill has been stored in your pocket dimension. I took the shape-shifting pill and sneaked back to my room. I swallowed the pill in one gulp. Once the golden light faded, I couldn't wait to look in the mirror, staring at my reflection in the bronze mirror. I was absolutely stunning. In the mirror was a girl of about 18. My skin was fair as snow, my eyes bright, and my smile dazzling.
My dear disciple, what's wrong?
Did you suffer a chi deviation? Are you junior sister? What, just because I got a new look, you don't recognize me anymore? Oh my goodness. I knew my judgment couldn't be wrong. My disciple is literally a goddess descended to earth.
You brat. What are you staring at?
Put your eyes back in your head. From now on, stay 3 feet away from your junior sister. If you dare steal another glance, I'll break your legs. Master, I didn't. Master.
Aren't we going to the sword tomb tomorrow to choose a sword?
Is it okay for me to go looking like this? Of course. You're the most beautiful girl in the entire sect. The next day, I strutted right into the sword tomb. The entire mountain was covered with gleaming, legendary weapons. Just as everyone was staring at the top-tier divine sword at the very peak, a battered, ragged wooden sword suddenly flew out from the depths of the valley and came flying straight at my face. I dodged to the side and grabbed the piece of junk wooden sword that had almost smashed into the bridge of my nose. Look at her. She looks like a literal goddess. So why did she pick a rotten piece of wood, only good for starting fires? What's the use of being pretty? She's still just a useless fool with zero taste. I looked down at the wooden sword. All right then. From now on, your name is Rimu. I gently brushed my hand over the rough sword. Suddenly, an earth-shattering sword Gyu bursts from the Rumu sword. The famous swords that were just buzzing and humming instantly fall dead silent. They even plunge into the dirt, one after another, with heavy thuds. A montage of 10,000 swords. Even more terrifyingly, a massive, pure wave of energy surges through the hilt, pouring frantically into my dantian. Host's state of mind has broken through. The 10,000 swords vessel is activated. Current cultivation level. Early foundation establishment stage. I feel the surging spiritual energy rushing through my body. I stand there, completely stunned. The guarded secret realm is about to open. The spots are highly limited this time. Juin sister, even though your cultivation has improved so quickly, you still lack real combat experience. So we must stay by your side this time.
Senior brothers, look. The entrance to the secret realm.
Sects from all over are gathering here. I accidentally bump into a masked man's shoulder. The man slowly turns around. His gaze is terrifyingly cold and dark, as if he's staring at a dead body. Warning, this person is extremely dangerous. Recommendation, retreat immediately.
I'm so sorry, mister.
I didn't do it on purpose. The man's gaze freezes, glaring deathly at me. A suffocating chill instantly wraps around my entire body. Fellow cultivator, Making things difficult for my junior sister like this is really lacking in class, don't you think? The masked man glances at eldest brother, and without a word, he turns and vanishes into the crowd. That scared the life out of me. Junior sister, the secret realm is about to open. All kinds of dangerous factions are gathered here. Make sure you stay right behind me. Back at the Kangwu Sect's camp, Elder Genfeng and Elder Yaowen are giving their final instructions. My dear disciple,
If someone tries to pick a fight, forget about sword techniques.
just smash them directly with your top-grade cauldrons.
If you break it, this old man will get you a new one.
Yes, master. I got it.
Ododo, hear my command.
Hell. Maybe what's having the portal? A massive rift in the void slowly tears open in midair. Once you go in, a green bracelet will appear on your wrist. If you're in mortal danger, just crush it, and you'll be teleported right back out. And well, you be teleported. I took a deep breath, took a leap of faith, plunged into the void rift. By the time I opened my eyes again, I was surrounded by towering trees that stretched as far as the eye could see. A chilling wind swept past, when suddenly, a blood-curdling shriek pierced the air ahead.
Eldest brother? Second brother?
Only a hollow echo answered me. Looking down, sure enough, a green jade bracelet was wrapped around my wrist. Sister Yo announced a new quest. Find the hidden treasure. Upon completion, you will unlock night vision. Following the direction of the scream, I crept forward. After pushing through a dense thicket, I spotted a young boy in an ordinary disciple's uniform, collapsed by the edge of a pool. A massive boulder was pinning his thigh flat to the ground.
Wait, isn't that Lin Yan?
The new disciple who mocked me during the ascension ceremony. How on earth did you end up like this? Little junior sister.
Save me, please. I just wanted to see if there was any treasure in this pool.
But the moment I touched the water, this boulder flew out of nowhere and crushed my leg. I stared at the pool, which was as still as a mirror. Something felt seriously off. Sister Kue, you're amazing. There's definitely something valuable hidden here. Don't move. I scooped up a handful of pebbles from the ground and hurled them into the center of the pool like rapid-fire bullets. Suddenly, several purple bamboos as hard as steel erupted from the water. Oh my god, the bamboo has come alive. Shut up. I lightly tapped my toes on the ground, leaping into the air. With a fierce sweep, I slashed down with my Rummu sword. The remaining purple bamboos withered instantly. Junior sister, you're incredible. I walked over and placed a single hand on the massive boulder. My foundation establishment power burst forth, and with a deafening crash, I easily flung the hundreds of pounds of boulder away. Lin Yan dug around in the stone pit for a while. I find a wooden box, completely caked in dirt. The moment I get my hands on it, the system dings, notifying me that the mission is complete. My new night vision ability has officially been unlocked. Hey, junior sister, look at this herb. It's so beautiful. I'm gonna pull it out, okay? But the very next second, a deafening tiger roar explodes right above our heads. A massive striped tiger, built like a mountain, leaps down from the sky. It pins Lin Yan straight to the ground. Lin Yan desperately uses his arrows to block those razor-sharp fangs. Save me, junior sister! That's the tiger demon's companion herb, you idiot. I'm so furious I could stomp my feet. But I don't waste a single second. I raise my Rimu sword and charge straight in. On the battlefield, I use my agility to my advantage, aiming my stab specifically at the tiger demon's eyes and weak spots. Lin Yan finally catches his breath and starts unleashing a barrage of attacks from the side. The two of us battle the tiger in the forest for 1 whole hour. Lin Yan collapses to the ground, panting. I can't. My spiritual energy is completely drained. I grit my teeth and conjure a ball of my life source spiritual fire. Flick it straight into the tiger demon's wide open mouth. As the fire explodes, the tiger demon wails in agony and finally dissolves into a fist-sized demon core. I wiped the sweat from my forehead. Phew! That totally exhausted me. Suddenly, a crisp sound of clapping comes from behind the trees. Several disciples wearing Starherb Sect robes stroll out arrogantly. The leader is a guy with a scarred face. Not bad, little beauty. You look so delicate and gorgeous, yet you strike so ruthlessly. If you know what's good for you, hand over that demon core and the companion herb. If I'm in a good mood, I might even take you along to explore the secret realm. My gaze turns icy cold. Does everyone from your Starferb set love robbing people in broad daylight? It's called survival of the fittest. The lackeys behind the scarred leader start jeering. This little girl is so delicate. She definitely can't take a hit. Let's just rob her already. Scarface arrogantly draws his broadsword, unleashing his mid-stage foundation establishment cultivation with absolutely no restraint. Are you handing over the little girl or not? I let out a cold sneer and began walking toward him, step by step. How do you want to die?
Arrogant brat.
Today, I'll teach you some respect.
He swung his massive broadsword, slicing toward me with a fierce, howling wind.
Behind me, Lin cried out in a panic. Junior sister, watch out! Get out of the way!
Just as the blade was about to cleave my shoulder,
I drew my sword in a flash.
a cold streak of light sliced through the air like lightning.
What? Scarface's eyes widened in shock as he desperately tried to pull his blade back.
Such pathetic strength. You actually thought you could pull off a robbery? I flicked my wrist,
And pure spiritual energy surged through my sword.
Crack! The steel broadsword snapped clean in two
As the broken blade slammed onto the ground,
right before Scarface's shocked eyes.
I threw a vicious kick straight into his chest.
Scarface flew backward like a broken kite.
Crashing through two massive trees.
Spewing a mouthful of blood onto the dirt.
Boss,
His remaining lackey stood frozen in terror.
get her together.
They snarled, rushing at me with gritted teeth. In less than 10 breaths,
All of these pathetic disciples were beaten to the ground.
they lay there, wailing in agony. I looked down at Scarface with a smug grin.
You can't even beat someone as delicate as me? You might as well pack your bags and go back to farming.
Ding. Task completed.
Distributing rewards. Please prepare to meditate and consolidate immediately. A surge of pure spiritual energy rushed through my body, instantly stabilizing my cultivation at the late foundation establishment stage.
Just as I was about to ransack these guys' storage bags,
The ground suddenly began to shake violently. The surrounding trees started collapsing all around us. A roar 10 times more terrifying than a ferocious beast echoed from deep underground. The entire secret realm was trembling. Scarface turned deathly pale and began scrambling away on all fours.
oh no, it's a beast tide. Run for your lives.
I whipped my head around to look. There, on the distant horizon,
A massive pitch-black army of demonic beasts was surging toward us like a tidal wave.
they obliterated everything in their path.
Lin, run!
I grabbed Ling Yan by the shoulder, pushed my spiritual energy to the absolute limit, and bolted in the opposite direction. The roars behind us grew closer and closer, the foul, bloody stench of their breath practically brushing against my neck.
Junior sister, there's no way out ahead.
Lin Yan skidded to a halt in absolute despair. I squinted ahead and saw a bottomless abyss right in front of us. There was nowhere left to run. Behind us, the beasts had already bared their razor-sharp fangs. Without a second thought, I grabbed Ling Yan and leapt straight off the cliff. The wind howled in my ears, and then, crash.
We slammed hard onto the cold, solid rock.
It was pitch black all around, so dark we couldn't even see our hands in front of our faces.
I couldn't even make out the outline of my Rimu sword.
Oh, my back.
Is everyone okay?
Why is it so dark?
Aside from Lin Yan, 3 other unfamiliar disciples from the Kango Sect had fallen down here as well. They were huddled together, shivering in fear.
See, hurry up and activate my night vision.
I screamed in my head. Under interference from a special magnetic field,
Night vision skill is temporarily disabled.
compensating host with 1 spatial fragment.
The system's guilty voice rang out.
You useless system. You always fail me at the worst possible moment.
We can't get out.
One of the disciples wailed, collapsing to the ground.
The way up is completely blocked. We're going to die here. What nonsense.
I pulled out a glowing night pearl and swept a cold gaze over them.
The secret realm wouldn't create a trial with absolutely no way out. Instead of wasting your breath crying, you'd better start looking for an exit.
Guided by the faint light, I stepped forward.
Junior sister, look!
That's not an exit up ahead, but a massive underground plaza.
At the end of the plaza, 5 deep, dark tunnels branched out before us. At the entrance of each path stood a stone monument, each carved with 4 large characters. Life in despair. Yes, the stone monuments actually say, life in despair. Which one do we even go into?
Lin gulped.
There's a voice, trembling. Since there are 5 paths, it means every path offers a chance at survival.
We'll just have to rely on our own skills to get the treasures. I held up my glowing night pearl, carefully scanning the cave entrances. This works out perfectly. There are 5 of us, so we can each choose 1 path. My junior brothers. Do you have the guts to take a gamble? I glanced at the other 3 trembling disciples.
Let's do it. Risking it is better than waiting here to die.
Lin Zhao gritted his teeth and drew his sword. We each chose our own entrance. I picked the path on the far edge and walked in alone. Before long, the path came to an abrupt end. A churning abyss of molten lava blocked my way. The only thing connecting to the other side was a single glowing red-hot iron chain.
With that iron chain and that insane heat,
The soles of my shoes would melt the second I stepped on it.
I tested it with my Runmu sword. The moment the tip touched the chain,
A puff of white smoke hissed up. On top of that, flying is restricted here.
Am I supposed to cross? I took 2 steps back, my eyes falling on a massive slab of bluest stone lying nearby. I let out a cold smirk. Channeling my late-stage foundation establishment, spiritual energy, I wrapped my arms around a massive 1,000-pound stone slab and lifted it. Go!
I slammed the bluest stone slab heavily onto the glowing red-hot iron chain, using the stone slab as insulation.
I dashed across to the other side at lightning speed.
Finally landing steadily on the other side,
I had just let out a sigh of relief when I looked up. My scalp instantly went numb with fear. The clearing ahead was crawling with hundreds of fiery lizard demons, packed shoulder to shoulder.
in perfect unison, they all turned their heads
And locked their eyes dead on me.
Are you kidding me? There are way too many of them. I've walked straight into a damn lizard nest. I gripped my sacred wooden sword tightly, cold sweat drenching my back.
With so many of these beast demons, even if I just stood here and let them bite me,
They'd still drain every last drop of my spiritual energy.
I can't take them head on. I need to find a way to make them rip each other apart.
Suddenly, the alpha lizard demon let out a deafening roar,
And hundreds of monsters surged toward me like a tidal wave of fire.
I bit down on my fingertip, getting ready to unleash my ultimate move. But right at that exact moment, a blinding golden light flashed across the sky. Boom! A massive bronze cauldron materialized out of thin air and slammed violently right in front of me, shaking the ground with a violent tremor.
Hiss.
A cauldron? I froze. I survived a near-death trial, and my reward is a freaking cauldron! Before I could even process this, a translucent humanoid phantom suddenly materialized above the cauldron.
The phantom didn't even spare me a glance.
With a simple flick of his wrist,
He tossed the cauldron high into the air.
the cauldron, which was only waist-high, instantly expanded to several times its size, blotting out the very sky. By now, hundreds of roaring lizard demons were already lunging right in front of us. The phantom stood there, completely unfazed and motionless. It coldly spat out a single word. Fall! The massive cauldron overhead, carrying a terrifying, crushing pressure, slammed down like a falling mountain. Boom! The earth shattered and the mountains shook. Thick clouds of dust billowed into the air. As the dust finally settled, those hundreds of lizard demons had actually been pulverized into ashes. My jaw dropped, completely unable to believe my eyes. So, a cauldron can actually be used as a meteor hammer?
The phantom slowly turned around.
A pair of deep, piercing eyes stared straight at me. Hello, Senior. I quickly put away my Remo sword and gave a respectful bow. Yes, little girl.
Did you see that? Clearly?
Remember this. An alchemist doesn't just refine pills. We can head to the battlefield and slay enemies just the same. Take this. Secret manual. Phantom casually tossed me a yellowed booklet. You must never hand it over to anyone. The moment the booklet landed in my hands, the phantom dissolved into starlight and vanished. The alchemy cauldron in front of me let out a low hum and floated right up to me on its own. Without a second thought, I squeezed out a drop of my essence blood and let it fall onto the cauldron. The bonding was successful.
The cauldron's grade instantly skyrocketed from excellent to supreme.
Sister Quay, quick, stand back. The system suddenly cried out. Instantly, the cauldron erupted with a blinding glare, shrinking down until it was only the size of a palm. But looking at its new appearance, hey system, what's going on here? It upgraded, so why does it look so much uglier now? It's all bumpy and dented, like a useless piece of scrap metal. Sister Quay, when a supreme grade treasure is born, it always triggers heavenly tribulation lightning. You don't have the strength to protect a supreme grade cauldron yet, so the system automatically disguised it.
But you can change its appearance with your mind whenever you want.
Okay, that's more like it. It's best to keep a low profile anyway. From now on, I'll call you Yanding. Grumble. My stomach suddenly started protesting loudly.
Better eat a fruit to tide me over.
I pulled a spirit fruit out of my storage ring, gobbled it down with a few loud crunches,
And walked toward the light at the exit of the cave. Junior sister, you're finally out. You've been inside this cave for 3 whole days. We thought you died in there.
I patted my stomach.
No wonder I'm so starving.
Lingan looked utterly relieved, but still shaken.
Once we passed our trials and got out, we stayed right here to guard you. But we shouldn't linger here any longer.
Let's hurry back to the Sect. The secret realm is getting way too dangerous.
Yeah, let's go.
I nodded. A few days later, our group made it back to the Kango Sect safely. Just as we reached the gates, Elder Yoan spotted us from afar and rushed over to greet us.
He grabbed my shoulders and looked me up and down
As he burst out laughing. Ha ha ha. I expect nothing less from my prized disciple. Not only are you completely unharmed, but your cultivation has actually stabilized at the late foundation building stage. This is unprecedented. I gave him a knowing smile and pulled out the cauldron that looked like a worthless piece of scrap metal. Master, I brought back a little treasure.
Is this a top-grade alchemy cauldron?
I knew my disciple was a once-in-a-generation genius.
Your luck and fortune are unmatched. Come, your master's going to take you to refine some pills right now.
Elder Yaowan dragged me all the way to the core refinery of Alchemy Peak.
My dear disciple, try refining a batch of spirit-gathering pills with it. Let your master see what you can do. I tossed the herbs in one by one.
Thank you. Free heating, controlling the pressure, and sealing the lid in one fluid motion.
Exuding the effortless confidence of a master.
I cut the flame,
slapped the lid open, and an incredibly rich aroma of medicine instantly filled the entire room. Master, I did it! 20 top-grade spirit-gathering pills.
but Elder Yaowan's expression suddenly changed.
Like a thief,
He scurried to the door, looking left and right,
slammed it shut with a bang.
and lowered his voice to a whisper. 20?
My disciple, when you refine pills in public from now on, you absolutely must not show your full results. I looked at Elder Yaowan in confusion. The tallest tree in the forest gets blown down first. The cultivation world is full of spiteful people who absolutely despise geniuses. If word gets out, other sects will definitely send assassins to take you out. Understood? Smart girl. With your talent in alchemy, there's really not much left for me to teach you anyway.
Now it's just a matter of time and gaining experience.
Thank you, Master.
I put away the 10 extra top-grade giant spirit pills
And looked down at the cauldron in front of me.
In my mind, a scene suddenly flashed. The Phantom Elder in the secret realm violently beating a demon with an alchemy cauldron.
A crazy idea suddenly popped into my head. What if, instead of giant spirit pills, this cauldron was packed with 2 opposite elemental herbs that would trigger a massive explosion?
And if I combine that with the secret technique the Elder taught me,
As long as I hurl the exploding cauldron straight into my enemy's face,
Is ultimate combo. Even a golden core cultivator would be lucky to survive, let alone escape unscathed.
my disciple, what are you smiling at so sillily? Oh, it's nothing, Master. I just think my future combat style might be a bit unique. I struck the cauldron, my smile growing wider and wider. But just as I was losing myself in my new battle tactics, a frantic shout came from outside the door. This is bad.
Elder Shenfeng.
Elder Yaowan, second senior brother, Hubanya, is in trouble. He was ambushed in the secret realm. His life is hanging by a thread. What?
I sprang to my feet.
Isn't second senior brother supposed to be in seclusion?
What happened? What happened?
Elder Zhenfeng pushed the door open and rushed in. Close behind him, my eldest senior brother, Luozhou, also gripped the hilt of his sword.
He insisted on entering the secret realm to find a rare welcoming gift for you, but ended up being targeted by Chuan. My heart clenched tightly. Lu Bachao, take your men into the secret realm immediately to reinforce him. I will stay outside to watch the entrance. And back up.
Elder Janfeng spoke at a blistering speed.
Yes, Master. Understood.
Lu Wushua spun around to leave.
Wait, I'm going to. But that is a late Foundation establishment realm. Right now, it's crawling with bloodthirsty desperados. It is far too dangerous for you. Eldest senior brother. I'm an alchemist. I have my alchemy cauldron. At critical moments, I can protect myself. And more importantly, I can save second senior brother. Let her go. The path of cultivation is already paved with slaughter. My Jinfeng disciples must never be cowards.
Lugazel, protect your junior sister well.
If you encounter life-threatening danger, shatter the jade bracelet immediately and retreat.
Yes, Master. I followed eldest senior brother and stepped into the void rift once again. The moment we landed,
A thick, metallic stench of blood hits my nose.
Deep in the forest ahead, the deafening blasts of magical spells echo through the trees.
I grip my Rimu sword. My eyes turn ice cold. How dare they touch my senior brother? Junior sister, things are incredibly chaotic here. Stay close to me. Do not get separated. The scent of blood is strongest over by eldest brother.
We'll split up and flank them.
Whatever you do, don't try to be a hero.
Lu Chao warns me.
Before leading his men to charge from the front, using my agile movements,
I silently leap onto a towering tree. In the clearing below,
Kibai is surrounded by 4 or 5 men in black.
his white robes are already drenched in blood.
And his normally sleek tail hangs limply on the ground.
Ooh, I hand over the 1,000-year-old ice-breaking grass.
In your dreams, this is a gift for my little Shimei. Don't even think about laying a finger on it. System, lock onto their positions. Lock on complete.
Sister Cleh, there are 2 early golden core stage cultivators among them. Going head-on is risky.
Who said I'm going head on?
My eyes land on a nearby cliff where an extreme yan flower has bloomed.
Quickly, go pick that flower.
My storage ring just happens to have the companion fluid of the ice-breaking grass, the extreme cold spiritual herb that Hubaye is risking his life to protect. Extreme heat and extreme cold. Two completely conflicting attributes. Once forced to merge,
I immediately summon my cauldron, throw both herbs into the furnace at the same time. The spiritual energies inside the cauldron clash violently, and the cauldron begins to shake violently,
as if it could explode at any moment.
I take a deep breath, lifting the cauldron, which is now like an extremely unstable bomb, high into the air, and leap straight down from the tree. Second senior brother, get down!
While still mid-air,
I use all my spiritual energy to hurl the cauldron right into the center of the men in black. Who's there? What kind of garbage is this? You dare embarrass yourself with this? One of them raises his blade to slash the cauldron. Before the men in black can even scream, they are blasted dozens of yards away. Amidst the billowing thick smoke, I land gracefully in my crimson dress. With a wave of my hand, I recall the cauldron.
Covered in dirt and soot, Hubaye crawls out of the crater.
Junior sister, second brother, are you out of your mind? Risking your life just for a single stalk of grass? I'm not stupid. Look, 1,000-year-old ice soul grass. It's the absolute best thing for a girl to preserve her youth and strengthen her cultivation core. I was so furious and touched, I didn't know whether to scold him or hug him.
Junior sister, what was that about just now? Before I could even explain,
We quickly pulled out a handful of pills and stuffed them into Hubaye's mouth. But a split second later, boom, a muffled explosion rang out.
Ruokjo was so startled that his sword slipped from his hand and clattered to the ground.
Did you just feed second brother poison?
I stood frozen in place, completely panicking.
A thick plume of black smoke billowed out of Hubaye's mouth. His naturally smooth silver hair instantly stood straight on end.
Making him look exactly like a hedgehog that had been struck by lightning.
No, I didn't. These are just ordinary top-grade giant spirit pills and healing pills.
She remained completely calm.
When you were making those bombs earlier, the energy was far too active, which caused all the pills you're carrying now to be contaminated with highly volatile spiritual energy. Taking them will trigger a tiny, minor, explosive side effect.
But their healing power is several times stronger than other pills of the same tier.
Oh, so that's why.
Hubaye coughed up another puff of black smoke.
Surprisingly, his pale face began to flush with a healthy color.
Even the wound on his severed tail stopped bleeding.
Aside from my mouth feeling a bit numb, I feel like my dried-up spiritual energy was fully restored in an instant. The medicinal effects are incredibly potent. Seriously, if you don't believe me, eldest brother, why don't you try one?
Ruokjo waved his hands frantically.
No thanks.
I'd rather not end up disfigured.
This is no place to linger. Since we've rescued him, let's head back to the sect immediately. The group quickly withdrew from the secret realm, just as they stepped through the void portal.
Elder Janfeng and Elder Yoan rushed over to meet them.
Thank goodness you're back safely. It's good to have you back.
Wait, junior sister. What is your cultivation level now? The peak of foundation establishment. What on earth?
You just reached the late foundation establishment stage a few days ago.
You went out, blew someone up, and now you're already at the peak?
After returning to the sect, I dove straight into my room. I flipped open that alchemist combat manual. But right when I was testing how to maximize the power of my flame, I accidentally let the fire get out of hand. My natal spirit fire shot up more than 10 feet high from my fingertips. It licked straight onto the wooden beams of my cottage. Fire! Sword Peak is on fire! Panicked cries of the disciples echoed from outside. Half an incense stick later, I stood in the middle of the smoking ruins, completely covered in soot.
勇者进逢, Ruokjo, and Hubaye were all standing right in front of me.
Master, senior brothers, I really didn't mean to do it. I hung my head, bracing myself for a massive scolding. You didn't hurt your hands, did you?
Elju Jinfeng let out a sigh.
Accidents and explosions are bound to happen during alchemy anyway. As long as you're okay, that's all that matters. If worst comes to worst, Master will just build you a bigger and sturdier one. Liquicho pulled out a cloth bag. You used up too much energy just now. Have some green apples first to tie you over. Don't be scared, little junior sister. Your second senior brother will make you some roasted chicken and duck. Looking at the three of them standing there, my eyes welled up with tears. But right when the moment was at its warmest, a sudden roar boomed from the courtyard entrance. How are you guys even fit to be elders and senior brothers? You can't even protect a simple place to live. What's the point of having Sword Peak anyway? Come with this, old man. I've built a brand new courtyard for you. It's built entirely from fireproof warm jade, so you'll never have to worry about burning it down again. Bullshit. She's my disciple. The two of them started brawling again over who got to keep me. Elder Yaoyon ended up dragging me back to the new courtyard, but before I even had a chance to admire it, too, There's been a change in the secret realm. Master, don't scare me like that. I haven't even had the chance to warm up my new dress yet. The core inner region of the Southern Desolate Secret Realm has opened ahead of schedule. Not only are there ruins of ancient powerhouse masters inside, but there's also a strand of 9 netherworld earthfire. If your flame cauldron can devour it, its power will definitely double. Go! We must go! What are we waiting for? Stop right there. The inner secret realm only allows disciples with a bone age under 20 to enter. Your eldest senior brother is over the age limit. Your second senior brother still hasn't recovered from his serious injuries. This time, you'll have to go all on your own. So I have to solo a hell-level dungeon. Weak. You beat the disciples of the Singskao Sect so hard they were begging you for mercy. So, for the next 3 days, before you leave, don't even think about stepping a single foot out of the alchemy chamber. You must refine second-grade high-tier defensive and explosive pills for me. Are you kidding me? 3 days? Master, have mercy! Cut the crap and start the furnace. For those 3 days, I felt like I was living in literal hell. After my furnace exploded more than a dozen times, I finally collapsed right in front of the alchemy furnace. Open! I slammed the furnace lid open with a single palm strike. 10 perfectly round, plump, and dark gold glowing pills flew straight into the jade vial. Success. Second-grade explosive pills. Right then. I'm about to break through. The spiritual energy, already overflowing inside me, began to boil like crazy. The Keek of Foundation Establishment. The Keek of Foundation Establishment. At just 18 years old? What kind of absolute monster of a genius did I just pick up? Disciple, steady your mind. Get ready to face the lightning tribulation. The tribulation clouds are dispersing. My precious disciple is truly invincible under heaven. Don't worry, Master. I'm bagging all the treasures in the inner secret realm. But the inner secret realm is extremely dangerous. To open the entrance, you must collect 1,000 points on your bracelet first. Remember, act within your limits. Staying alive is more important than anything else. System, find the light orbs. 50 steps to your front left, there is a third-tier toxic herb. It's accompanied by a light orb, worth 50 points. Drop the points and the toxic herb. And I, this young master, might consider leaving you with an intact corpse. Big brother, that's her. She is indeed drop-dead gorgeous. Too bad she's a thorny rose. What? Didn't you get beaten enough last time? So you brought back up to get even today? I, young Master Zhao Lixing, am the chief disciple of the Tao Sect. Today I'll teach you, a little brat, that there is always someone stronger. Always someone stronger? You're just a frog in a well, begging for death. What is that? An elixir? You want to use an elixir? Is it faster than my hidden weapon? This is impossible. Watch out, brother. This chick has some weird tricks up her sleeve. Think this. Gale slash. I'll show you what a real power gap looks like. The Kika Foundation Establishment? You're only a teenager. How could you be at the Pika Foundation Establishment? You talk too much. Think. Brother! The brother! Did I say you could leave? Take another step, and I'll blow you to ashes. Weren't you being incredibly arrogant just now? How about now? Yielding yet? Hirulin, spare us. Mercy, ma'am, mercy. I was completely blind. I'd never dare offend you. I'll give you all my points. The storage rings too. They're all yours. Sister Quay, your points are skyrocketing. Just this stuff? That's not enough to buy your life. Don't kill me. I have top secret information about the inner realm. Let's hear it. If you dare lie to me, You know the consequences. I wouldn't dare. This is a secret script passed down through generations in our new Tao sect.
Everyone thinks we must gather 1,000 points.
And wait for the wristband to automatically trigger the teleportation array to enter the inner realm.
Isn't that how it is?
No. In the center of the outer realm, there is a 1,000-year-old withered tree that was struck by lightning. At the root of that withered tree, there is a hidden crack.
As long as your wristband hits 800 points.
Touching that rift will pull you right into the core of the inner secret realm. How does your sect even know about this? Because that rift was discovered by accident years ago by our Green Grass Sect's ancestors. Getting 800 points is way easier than hitting 1,000. This is our only trump card to get ahead of everyone else.
Fine. Lucky for you, you know your place. Now get lost.
System. Locate the center of the secret realm on the radar. Stat.
Warning. The spiritual energy in the core area is extremely unstable.
A vast number of high-tier spirit beasts have also gathered there. It is highly recommended that you proceed with caution.
High risk, high reward. Let's move. Along the way, I took out a few blind third-tier beasts that crossed my path.
Finally, my points have broken through the 800 mark. The core area should be just up ahead. I hid behind a patch of thick bushes,
Parting the leaves to look under the tree.
At this moment, it was packed with people. I squinted to get a closer look, and my heart skipped a beat. That blood-soaked young man was actually my eldest senior brother, who was supposed to be safe back at the sect. Eldest senior brother, what are you doing here? You, your sister, get out of here. Don't worry about me. They're after me.
Just run! Like hell I will!
Do you think I'd just abandon you? You dare touch someone from my Kangoo sect?
You must have a death wish.
Oh, look. Another one here to die. Perfect. We'll weed you both out together.
You think you bunch of worthless trash cans stop me?
Junior sister, don't let your emotions get the best of you.
Just go!
I said,
Back off!
what? Peak of the Ascension Realm? Didn't the intel say he was only at the early stage? Your intel is outdated. Yanding, show yourself.
Everyone, watch out! Attack together!
Kill this witch first! Oh, so you want to play a numbers game, do you?
Today, I'm going to show you what true art looks like.
Take this. What? What kind of move is this? Retreat. Run now. This girl. She's no ordinary cultivator. Trying to run now? Too late. With a sharp, blinding flash of sword light, the remaining assassins collapsed instantly, completely paralyzed. I sheathed the sword and gurgled and recalled to my cauldron. Then I turned to look at Luocho. Senior brother, are you okay? Junior sister. What? What on earth did you learn at Mianyo Peak? Is an alchemy cauldron even supposed to be used like that? Who cares how it's used? If it can crush the bad guys to death, it's a good cauldron. Quick, take this pill. Your injuries are severe. Thank you, junior sister. If it weren't for you, I'm afraid I would have lost my life here today. You're one to talk. Who told you to sneak in after me anyway? Don't you ever take a risk like this again.
I'm your senior brother.
It's my duty to protect you. When I was surrounded earlier, I noticed a strange fluctuation of spiritual energy at the base of this tree. That must be the entrance to the inner realm. My eyes lit up. I immediately dragged Luojo over to the withered roots. A faint glowing crack in the ground shimmered before us. Looks like this is the place we've been looking for.
After a wave of dizzying vertigo,
Senior brother and I were thrown violently onto a sheet of crimson rock. It's so hot. The moment I got to my feet, a scorching heat wave hit me, feeling hot enough to burn us to a crisp.
junior sister, watch out!
I scanned our surroundings. Rivers of molten lava were flowing everywhere. So this is the inner realm. The spiritual energy here is easily 10 times stronger than outside. Elder Yaoi sent you in here. What exactly are you looking for? The 9 Netherworld Earthfire. Master said that if my cauldron absorbs it, its power will double. But whenever a heavenly fire is born, there is always a fierce beast guarding it. The terrain here is highly treacherous.
We mustn't get separated. You must stay right behind me.
Oh, come on, senior brother.
I am at the peak of the foundation stage now. That's a whole minor realm higher than you.
If anything, I should be the one protecting you. Having a higher cultivation level is one thing, but real combat experience is another. I am a sword cultivator. It is my duty to lead the charge.
I do peace to the Yuan.
Looking at his broad, reassuring back, my heart swells with warmth.
System!
Can your radar locate the Earthfire? Dang! An incredibly terrifying source of active energy has been detected 10 li straight ahead. However what? There is a living creature there, and it is absolutely massive.
Senior brother, let's head straight ahead. The two of us carefully make our way along the edge of the magma river.
Turning a massive corner,
The sight before us makes us both gasp in shock.
right in the center of the magma lake, a flickering, eerie blue flame floats silently in midair. But right beneath that flame, coils a massive fire dragon, hundreds of feet long.
It has its eyes closed, letting out deafening snores.
That is a peak tier 4 blazing fire dragon.
It is just one step away from transforming into a true dragon. We stand absolutely no chance against it.
So that is the 9 nether Earthfire. It is right there, within our grasp. Junior sister, give it up. It is not worth risking your life for a flame.
No, we've already come this far.
Going back empty-handed is not my style, senior brother. This fire dragon seems to be fast asleep, digesting the Earthfire's energy. If I find a way to lure it away...
How much time can you buy me?
What are you planning to do? Lure away a tier 4 fire dragon?
You've gone mad. I'm not crazy.
The Earthfire has its own sentience. Ordinary magical treasures can't contain it at all. Only a top-grade cauldron can hold it. Senior brother, in a moment, when I count to 3, throw these pills to the other side of the lava lake. Makes as much noise as you can. Once the fire dragon is distracted, I'll immediately go and claim the Earthfire.
That's way too risky.
What if it realizes it's you? There are no what-ifs, okay? If you're in danger, I will risk my life to get you out safely. Now!
Junior sister, watch out.
Think you can consume me? In your dreams. Yield to me. Think you can escape? Now, devour it. It worked.
The Kalankical drone has successfully devoured the 9 nether Earthfire. Disguise deactivated,
Restoring its true form as a supreme magical treasure. So beautiful. Now this is the grandeur a supreme magical treasure should have. Junior sister, run, run! Run! It's a dead end. Since we can't escape, then let's stop running. Are you crazy? Get out of the way. Nobody move. We're all civilized beasts here. Can we be reasonable? Human, you stole my Earthfire. And you dare try to reason with me? Let me correct you. This is called destiny, not stealing. You guarded this 9 nether Earthfire just to use its power to shed your flood dragon scales
and transform into a true dragon?
Since you know that, this you should realize. Your life ends today. Even if you kill me, you won't get your Earthfire back. It has already recognized me as its master. But if you let us go, I promise that within 3 years, I will use this 9 nether Earthfire and the supreme volcanic culture to find a dragon transmutation pill for you. I guarantee it'll make you ascend instantly. A mere human girl at the Foundation establishment stage.
Trying to refine a dragon ascension pill?
You've lived for hundreds of years. You of all people should know keeping me alive is far more rewarding than a tiny scrap of meat that won't even fill your stomach. Fine. I shall trust you just this once.
But if you fail to deliver the Dragon Ascension Pill in 3 years, I, Wuding, will raise your entire sect to the ground. My sweet disciple. My sweet disciple. You're not hurt, are you? So,
How did your cultivation level rise again? This aura. You're already at the half-step golden core stage.
Master, Elders.
Inside, little junior sister didn't just subdue the 9 netherward fire.
She even struck a deal with a peak 10th rank blazing fire dragon. She played them like a fiddle and made a clean getaway. My dear disciple, is your heart made of iron? High risk, high reward indeed.
Oh, right, master.
Did Zhao Li from the Sing Sao sect come out yet?
He did. That kid came out beaten black and blue. Every single point in his bracelet was completely wiped out.
The moment he came out, he clung to a sect elder's leg, crying and wailing.
Claiming that our Kangoo sect has bred a ruthless, cold-blooded witch.
Who is he calling? A witch. He led a mob to corner eldest brother.
I was merely acting in self-defense.
You cowards of the Kanwu sect, get the hell out here. Hand over the witch who destroyed my chief disciple's cultivation foundation. Otherwise, this won't end today. You old geezer. Who are you calling a coward?
叶枫，风德雅。
This brat right here didn't just rob my disciples of all their points. She even shattered Zhao Li's spiritual weapon and severed half of his meridians. You must hand her over to face our judgment today. Bullshit. My sweet disciple wouldn't even hurt a fly. Clearly, it's just your disciples who are completely useless. Stop spewing your baseless accusations.
小丽，
Tell them yourself.
Tell me, who actually led a mob to ambush my senior brother first?
And who was the coward that played dirty first? An absolute cockroach. He's the one who relied on some bizarre magical artifact to ambush me out of absolutely nowhere. Out of absolutely nowhere. Fine. If you won't confess until you see your own coffin, then let's show everyone the cold, hard proof. Open your damn eyes and look closely, old man. Do you really think I forged this Sing Sao sect emblem carved right here? Even Lear made a foolish mistake in the heat of the moment. You still shouldn't have been so utterly ruthless. You tried to kill me, and all I did was break his blade. And you call that ruthless? If I were actually ruthless, there wouldn't even be ashes left of him by now. How dare you? How dare you disrespect your elders like this? Think. I dare you to lay a single finger on her. What's wrong? Realized you don't have a leg to stand on?
So now you want to resort to open robbery? Does your Sing Kai sect think our Kangoo sect has nobody left to fight?
Believe it or not, I will personally climb up your mountain tonight and destroy every single one of your precious spiritual herbs. You're being completely unreasonable. Why on earth would we waste our breath being reasonable with people like you? Do you want to play nice? Or would you rather taste the destructive power of my grade 2 top-tier explosive pills? I've got dozens more right here. More than enough to blow all of you into fireworks. Fine. What an incredibly arrogant Kanwu sect. Don't celebrate too early.
Next month is the once-in-a-century grand tournament of 100 sects.
Once we're in the ring, life and death won't matter.
I'd love to see if this precious disciple of yours can walk off that stage alive. Let's go.
Little junior sister, you are absolutely incredible today.
Incredible?
Oh, come on. It was only because our masters had my back. But second senior brother, what's this grand tournament of 100 sects all about? The grand tournament is a massive event where the cultivation world redraws its territories and reallocates resources. Every single sect sends their absolute best young disciples to compete.
Since the Xingskao sect suffered such a humiliating defeat today,
They will definitely come after you during the tournament.
What's there to fear? You've got the 9 netherworld earth fire.
And a young cauldron. For this next month, I'll personally train you to refine grade 3 pills.
Just bombard them with your pills. You old codger. What's the point of just refining pills?
Real combat is the only thing that matters. My dear disciple, starting tomorrow, come to Sword Peak at 5 in the morning.
Your master is going to teach you a peerless sword technique.
Special training again?
Listen, girl. You absolutely must enter the 100 Sects tournament.
Because the other half of the Yam Cauldron's ancient scroll.
This is the grand prize of the tournament.
The other half of the ancient scroll? That's right. The Yam Cauldron is an ancient divine artifact. Even though you've tamed the 9 netherworld earthfire, devote the frame. Without the techniques from the complete scroll, you won't even be able to unleash 10% of its true power. Hidden inside the grand prize treasury of the tournament lies that very half of the scroll. If you can win,
It might just give you a fighting chance at survival.
understood. Then I absolutely must win this tournament.
For the next month?
During the day, I was beaten black and blue at Sword Peak.
And at night, the smoke at Alchemy Peak had me seeing stars. Little sister, eat some of this spiritual ginseng chicken stew.
Look at you! You've lost so much weight.
Second seer, brother, this is what you call getting toned.
Once I get that prize,
And my strength skyrockets?
I'll be the one protecting you guys from now on.
Slow down. Eat slowly. The tournament is packed with top geniuses, and it's going to be extremely dangerous.
Your Highness.
If you encounter a powerful enemy, remember, you must not fight them head on. Safety comes first. Don't worry, eldest senior brother.
I didn't suffer through this whole month of training for nothing.
If I can't beat them, I'll just blast them with bombs.
I'll make sure they don't leave in one piece.
1 month later, the flying vessel for the grand tournament of 100 sects set sail right on time. Wearing a brand new outfit of a true disciple of the Kanwu sect, I stood on the deck, brimming with high spirits. But the moment our flying vessel landed in Tinjiao City, a sarcastic voice drifted over. Well, well, if it isn't the people from the Kanwu sect.
You actually have the guts to come here and seek your own death?
I turned my head to look. The white-bearded elder of the Xingsaihao sect was sneering, surrounded by a crowd of his disciples.
Standing right behind him was Jolly, who had fully recovered from her injuries.
Glaring at me with eyes practically dripping with venom. Hey, old geezer, did you forget to brush your teeth this morning? Your mouth stinks so bad. Private fights are strictly forbidden outside the arena of Sword Peak. Are you trying to get yourself disqualified?
You little witch. On the tournament stage, life and death are up to fate.
You'd better pray you don't run into any disciples from our Shin Saikao. Oh?
Then let me give you some advice. You'd better prepare plenty of coffins,
Lest you won't even be able to piece your bodies back together when the time comes. You insolent brat. All right, why waste your breath on a bunch of beaten dogs?
The rules of the Grand Tournament of 100 Sects are very simple.
Round 1, individual knockout matches.
Round 2, team survival matches. And Round 3, the final arena showdown.
Standing in front of the drawing stage, I casually drew a wooden token.
Tremble Sect.
Versus the Iron Bone Sect.
Hectors.
Little girl, those arms of yours aren't even as thick as my thumb.
I've trained in the Vidrar impervious body.
Take some advice from your big brother here. Get off the stage on your own.
Lest one punch from me leaves you crippled. And that wouldn't be a pretty sight.
What a coincidence. I specialize in curing stubborn attitudes like yours.
Can your indestructible body withstand an explosion?
You wretched girl, prepare to die.
Senior brother, will junior sister be all right? That guy is a late-stage Foundation establishment body cultivator. Just watch. Too slow. Where is she? Right above your head.
Prairie fire.
creating something out of thin air.
Junior sister, for me. Watch closely. You're next. I successfully made it into the second round of the team survival match. The objective is to capture the array flags. Which, there's no escape for you this time. How dare the Greengrass Sect use such a sword technique? In the grand tournament of 100 sects, only the results matter, not the methods, which you indeed have some skill. But inside this array, your spiritual energy consumption will speed up 10 times faster,
And you won't be able to tear through space or use talismans to escape.
Today will be your funeral. 20 against 3, and you're even using an array to suppress the Greengrass Sect? How utterly shameless! Why waste your breath on them? Do your sister. I'll use my 9-tailed tiger fire to blast open a path. You and eldest brother, get out of here. Second brother, stand back. Junior sister, don't be reckless. This array is no joke. Reckless? I've never been clearer. Are you planning to smash people with your alchemy cauldron again? This array can even absorb attacks from top-tier spiritual treasures. You think you can break my array with that crappy cauldron? You're absolutely dreaming.
Who said I was going to smash anyone?
Jolly. I heard your array can absorb attacks. Then let's see if it can absorb a bomb. Are you crazy? At this distance, you'll blow yourself up too. Eldest brother, second brother, activate all your defense barriers and get down. One. Report. Reporting to the elders. All members of the Greengrass Sect are out of commission.
The Kenbu sect wins.
Is this even a competition? They came here to tear the whole arena down. But just as I stepped onto the final arena for the third round, a cold young man dressed in white, cradling a long sword, slowly walked onto the stage. Your explosions won't work on me. The explosions, because my sword can cut through anything. Even your fire. Talk is cheap. What's your name?
Ting Wen, from the Linting sect.
You're strong, but your alchemy cauldron and your explosions are useless against me. We'll see about that. You'll only find out after we fight. Break. Did you catch that clearly? Just admit defeat. Admit defeat? That word isn't even in my dictionary. You don't even have a single decent piece of gear. So, how do you expect to beat me? Even a piece of scrap wood is enough to shatter your pride. First form. Cloud parting. You actually understand sword intent? I thought you only knew how to throw bombs. This lady here is a dual cultivator of sword and alchemy. But who says a sword cultivator can't use items in a duel? I do! Welcome to the grand tournament of the 100 sects. The final victor, Kang Guzong. The ultimate reward vault is now open. Go on, my disciple. Claim your reward for first place. System, that's the other half of the remnant scroll for the flame cauldron. Deem, Target item detected. Flame God Art, Volume 2.
Sister Quay, grab it quickly.
Trespassers of the treasure pavilion shall die.
Didn't they say the first place winner could take whatever they wanted?
Why is there security to fight too?
You must defeat the Guardians to claim the treasure.
Then bring it on. These guys are way too tough. Burn, you bastards.
Sister Quay, these puppets are made of myriad-year cold iron.
They are immune to water, fire, and all physical attacks.
Water doesn't work. Fire doesn't work. What am I supposed to do? Just stare blankly at these 4 iron lumps?
If we can't break them from the outside, how about destroying them from within?
System, scan them and find where their energy cores are.
The one on the left has it in its chest.
The one on the right is in the back of its neck.
The other 2 are behind their knees. Sister Quay, what are you planning?
I'm going to perform surgery on them.
A cold smirk appeared on my face. In an instant, I put away my Remo sword and summoned the dark gold flame cauldron.
You think you're tough, huh? Then let's see whose temperature is higher.
I compressed the 9 nether earthfire to its absolute limit, pushing off the ground with my toes. The moment they raised their massive axes,
4 fire needles pierced with absolute precision, right into the energy cores in their joints.
my hands blur as I rapidly form hand seals.
Melt! The 9 netherworld fire erupts violently from deep within the core. The indestructible 10,000-year cold iron is actually melting from the inside out.
The 4 bronze puppets instantly freeze mid-motion. Thud, 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 thud. They crash to the ground one after another and dissolve into puddles of molten metal.
Done.
I dust off my hands and walk over to the stone pedestal in the center. I grab the golden remnant scroll.
Instantly, the scroll turns into a beam of golden light and shoots straight between my brows.
I see.
So this is the true power of the flame cauldron. Fully satisfied, I push open the doors of the treasure pavilion.
Expecting to hear my senior brothers cheering for me. But instead, the air outside is thick with suffocating tension.
Dark clouds blanket the sky.
And a middle-aged man is levitating in midair. He is radiating the terrifying, suffocating pressure of a nascent soul cultivator.
He has his hand clamped around the throat of my eldest brother, Lowacho, choking the life out of him. Let go of my eldest brother. So, you're the witch who slaughtered 20 of my Starherb Sect's finest elites and dared to run rampant. Good. You finally decided to show your face. You old bastard. Let go of Lowacho right now. If you want someone, come at me.
Elder Jimfang and Elder Yaoyun both have blood dripping from the corners of their mouths.
They've clearly already clashed with him and lost. Not a single soul from the Kangua sect will leave here alive today.
Jiaoba Chen sneers coldly
And slams Luocho violently into the dirt. Eldest brother. I leap forward, catching him midair. As I hold Luocho, I realize his breath is paper thin, hanging on by a thread. Second senior brother. Quick, give him the medicine.
Frantic, Kawaii scrambles to shove a supreme-grade rejuvenation pill into Loajao's mouth.
His eyes completely bloodshot with tears.
You're a renowned nascent soul sect master.
Don't you feel any shame, laying your hands on mere juniors? In the cultivation world, might makes right.
Once I slaughter all of you.
Who would dare utter a single word of protest?
With a wave of Zhao Bating's hand,
A massive pitch-black seal hovers in the air above. Die! The crushing pressure of his nascent soul realm crashes down like 100,000 mountains. Even Elder Genfeng can barely take a single step under the weight. Little sister, run! If we leave together. And if you die, we die together. You think being in the Nascent soul realm makes you untouchable? Today I'm going to show you
what it truly means to defy the heavens.
My hands blur as I weave hand signs at lightning speed. Inside my mind, the newly merged complete rock god surges with violent power. A dark golden rock cauldron shoots straight up into the sky. Instead of growing larger,
It shrinks rapidly,
shrinking down into a tiny sparkling cauldron, just inches wide. Using heaven and earth as the furnace, using all creation as the medicine. 9 underworld rock sand formation. Rise! What on earth is that? The thing that's going to kill you. The rock cauldron erupts with blinding golden light. The 9 underworld earthfire transforms into a roaring furnace, weaving together to form a massive array, trapping Jalbochin dead in the center. A mere Foundation establishment weakling actually thinks they can trap me? He drives that pitch black, massive seal forward, trying to violently smash through the formation.
But when the giant seal crashes into the wall of fire, not only does the formation hold,
but it is instantly engulfed by the 9 underworld earthfire, letting out a piercing, tragic wail.
My soul-bound treasure.
What? What kind of fire is this?
The kind of fire that burns even your soul to ashes.
I bite the tip of my tongue and forcefully activate the ultimate killer move of the complete rock god art. Cease purgatory. Within this formation, all evil spiritual energy and treasures are forcefully suppressed and purified by the 9 underworld earthfire.
with a deafening blast, Jalbachan, an essence soul powerhouse, screams in agony.
His entire lifetime of cultivation is brutally and completely stripped away, reducing him to a pathetic wreck, begging for mercy on the ground. Everyone stares at me as if I were a monster.
An 18-year-old in the foundation stage actually defeated a nascent soul powerhouse. My legs
Give out, and I collapse straight to the ground.
The spiritual energy in my body has been drained completely dry.
My little martial sister, Elder Jamfeng, and Elder Yaoyun rush toward me,
Their eyes brimming with tears.
You silly girl! You scared us half to death.
I'm fine. Suddenly, a majestic pillar of golden light descended from the heavens.
Shining directly upon me. Peerless talent, defying the natural order to slay immortals.
Cultivator of the lower realm, you have triggered the trial of the upper realm's guide.
In 7 days, the Ascension Tower shall open.
My dear disciple. That voice just now.
It was the guide emissary of the Ascension Tower from the upper realm.
I have lived for over 1,000 years, and yet I have only ever read whispered fragments of this in the most ancient scrolls.
Legend has it that the Ascension Tower is the sole gateway connecting our lower realm to the 9 heavens of the upper realm.
Only a once in 10,000 years genius can summon the light of guidance.
Master, I don't care if this Ascension Tower is a dragon's lair or a tiger's den. I am definitely going to the upper realm.
In that battle just now,
Even though I crossed a major realm to force kill Zhao Beichin, who was at the 7th stage of the nascent soul realm, I know very well that it only happened because I exhausted every single trump card I had.
if I want to become truly invincible, I must become stronger. Junior sister, in 7 days, when the Ascension Tower opens, whether we live or die,
Your senior brother will go with you. That's madness. Senior brother, your foundation is severely damaged. Going now is nothing short of suicide.
I have to face this alone this time. But no buts.
Thing. Sister Kuei, the Ascension Tower is not just an Ascension trial.
It also hides the secrets of your bloodline locked deep within your soul.
You didn't actually think you were just some ordinary little red sparrow, did you?
7 days passed in the blink of an eye.
An ancient, majestic, giant bronze tower tore through the sky.
Thing descending directly over the Kangwo Sect.
After bidding farewell to my master and senior brother, I transformed into a streak of crimson light and shot straight into the tower gates.
But the moment my feet touched the ground, a mocking voice echoed from ahead. So this is the country bumpkin from the lower realm.
To think garbage like this is allowed inside the Ascension Tower. Steadying myself, I looked up. The first floor of the Ascension Tower was incredibly vast, thinking helping a palace carved entirely out of pure white jade. Standing in the center of the hall were 5 or 6 young men and women.
To my surprise, every single one of them possessed golden core stage cultivation.
Look at this ant from the lower realm. I'm talking to you. Get the hell out of here.
Don't ruin the view for us. The elites of the upper realm.
Exactly. Young Master Lei is absolutely right. Those losers from the lower realm always reek of poverty.
Elites of the upper realm?
Your breath stinks worse than dirty socks. Does the upper realm not teach any basic manners?
How dare you insult me?
I'm a Liao, the successor of the 9 Heavens Thunder Sect. Believe it or not, I can crush you to death with a single finger.
Thunder Sect.
Perfect. My top-tier alchemy furnace just happens to need a lightning rod.
Why don't you play the part? You're practically begging to die.
Private combat is strictly forbidden inside the Tower of Heaven.
Violators will be obliterated.
Consider yourself lucky.
Once this trial begins,
I'll be the first to destroy you.
Tower of Heaven, Stage 1.
Gualan Crusher Trial.
Everyone, place your hand on the Sword Soul Stone. Anyone with a bloodline grade below level 6 will be eliminated.
Watch closely. I'm going to show you
What a real upper realm bloodline looks like. Grade 7,
Thunder Dragon Bloodline. Your turn, you little worm. Did that really warrant you grinning like an idiot?
Sister Kuei, don't hold back anymore.
Release the power deep within your soul.
My thoughts exactly.
A divine beast? The Vermilion bird?
This is impossible. How could anyone from the lower realm have a grade 10 divine beast bloodline?
It's an illusion.
It's just a cheap trick. It has to be an illusion.
How could you possibly have a grade 10 bloodline?
I challenge you to a duel.
Do you have the guts to enter the arena of death?
Since you're so eager to deliver yourself to the grave,
I'll gladly oblige.
the arena of death is now open.
Life and death are in fate's hands.
Leo nipped onto the arena, unable to contain his impatience.
You lower round insect.
Today, I, young Master Wen, will teach you a lesson.
Before an absolute gap in cultivation.
Even the noblest bloodline is utterly useless.
Azure Raging Thunder. DI.
Think I'm scared? With a flick of my wrists, the Golden Aid Cauldron instantly appears right before me.
Using an alchemy cauldron to block my divine thunder?
Have you lost your damn mind?
Who said I'm using it to block? A wild, crazy smirk curls onto my lips. I funnel both the Netherworld Earthfire and the Vermilion Bird Essence into the cauldron.
Then, I pull a third grade
Thunderburst pill from my storage ring and toss it right inside.
I slam my hand against the cauldron.
absorb.
The cauldron actually sucks Leo's Raging Thunder completely into its core.
How is this possible?
Right back at you. A blinding pillar of light.
Shoots straight out of the cauldron's mouth,
Instantly ripping through Leo's defenses.
Leo screams in agony,
And is blasted backward.
smashing violently against the barrier of the life and death arena.
He vomits mouthfuls of blood.
You call that an alchemy cauldron?
Grating his teeth, he pulls out a slender needle glowing with an eerie black light.
You forced my hand.
Die.
This is an upper realm forbidden weapon, the soul-extinguishing needle.
It targets the soul itself. Once unleashed, even a golden core cultivator won't survive. Die!
Strike.
But the moment the needle penetrates my forehead, it is instantly swallowed by my divine fire.
No, impossible. My forbidden weapon.
Now, it's my turn. Leave your thunder bloodline behind.
Ah, my thunder core. It's shattered.
Weren't you just talking about stripping my bloodline?
Stop. Old man, are you trying to take sides?
This fire. This cauldron.
It can't be. There's no mistake.
What do you mean, no mistake?
Make yourself clear.
This old servant bows before the Vermilion Bird Empress.
A novice empress?
Me?
The ultimate hidden golden Buddha.
Welcome back, Your Majesty.
You must have the wrong person. I'm only 18.
With the Vermilion Bird's divine fire present, this old servant could never be mistaken.
System, isn't this plot moving a bit too fast? You perished back then to seal away the heavenly demon. The traitors have sensed the divine fire's descent. We are in danger.
Only by refining the tower core can you protect Kang Wuzong. Can I bring my whole family along to ascend?
Yes. You can take the entire Kangoo Zone with you.
Incredible.
When one person attains the Tao, the entire sect ascends.
l'étroit à ce renoir, l'air obscur
You're burning up.
courbera et
Who are they? What right do they have to judge me?
gravé au vent.
Caring only about petty relationships. You don't deserve to reclaim my power.
接我一剑，Sparrow，身体归我。
现在这身体，说了算。
Is this all you've got?
Come at me again. I haven't lost yet.
Nothing but brute force.
How do you expect to mend the world? You only care about them. You're far too narrow-minded.
These words hit him right where it hurts.
I protect my own. And I can protect them.
Who I was in my past life doesn't matter.
今生我是苍梧宗小师妹。
If we can't hold it, we'll fight our way out together.
Trying to drag me down with you?
A narrow escape.
The explosion.
This thing didn't destroy her.
Instead, it shattered the seal.
With the resolve to protect them at all costs.
Her past life powers begin to return. Ancient memories and secret arts.
Battle instincts. They've all returned. So, you were just testing me.
The heaven-reaching tower core has finally emerged.
Her realm broke through several stages in a row.
She shatters her golden core, breaking through to the nascent soul stage.
Welcome back, Your Majesty, to reclaim the heart of the tower. The entire Tower of Heaven now obeys her command.
This is absolutely epic.
Let's go home and get Master and the others.
But the moment she returns to the Sect, the sky turns pitch black.
She dares to defy the very heavens.
Every single one of you.
Die!
You dare threaten my Kanwu sect.
You're asking for death. Trying to crush the entire Kangwol sect with a single hand. It's Julier's sister.
When has this old man ever feared anyone?
Julian's sister, get back!
But this time, it's her turn to protect everyone.
Master, brothers, get back! My disciple, come back.
Since you dared to reach your hand out, you're not leaving.
The battle of heaven begins.
给我镇压！
Go! Go! You dare touch them? I will remember you. You can remember me all you want. Just don't you dare reach out your hand again, disciple. Did you just pack up the entire Tower of Heaven? Not just that. Everyone, take your pills.
Get ready to break through.
Junior sister, are you planning something massive?
The battle of the upper realm.
We're not going to just sit here and wait to die. Haha, good. Then we'll take the fight straight to them.
Wherever Junior sister goes, we follow.
The first celestial pill is ignited. The entire sect breaks through.
Elders, brothers, disciples. Not a single person left behind.
Don't worry, we have more than enough resources.
1 month later, the entire Kangwu sect prepares to ascend.
The little sparrow has finally stood tall as the Empress. Are you ready? You ready?
Always ready.
Mission updated.
Target: the 9 heavens. Go get 'em, Sister Crest. Go tear the upper realm apart. Let's show those snobs up there what the lower realm is really made of.
She's no longer defying fate all on her own. Instead, she's bringing her entire family to ascend with her. Adored by her entire sect, she will finally rise to become the Empress of the 9 heavens.